Students at Susquehanna University taking part in a summer research project. They're helping to find unmarked graves dating back to the 1700s at a cemetery in Northumberland County. Among the graves, Newswatch 16's Justin Gick explains, is the final resting place of Colonel Matthew Smith, who served alongside Benedict Arnold in the Revolutionary War.
Susquehanna University Earth and Environmental Science professor Dr. Ahmed Lashab and student Jasmine Aguirre are busy this summer working on a research project. However, this isn't your typical project. They are using special technology to locate unmarked graves in the cemetery at the historic Warrior Run Church in Watsontown. The Warrior Run Fort Freeland Heritage Society reached out to Lashab for help.
We split the cemetery in small sites, and we start with the northeastern corner of the cemetery and found so far 7 on site 1, 2 on site 2, so 11, altogether about 11 graves.
None of the remains beneath the ground are being exhumed for this project. Instead, Lashab and his students are using a non-invasive piece of technology called the ground penetration radar, which uses an electromagnetic technique.
It uses the radar waves, and the way it works is just to image the subsurface based on multiple transects or multiple profiles that we stitch together to form a holistic view of the whole entire site.
The research project has already found 7 unmarked graves in the cemetery. The hope is that one of them is Colonel Matthew Smith, who served with Benedict Arnold during the Revolutionary War.
We've always known he was here. We didn't know where. Even the historical marker here on the property says it's an unmarked grave, but we've always had that curiosity. We've always wanted to know. You know, he was in Colonel Benedict Arnold's siege on Quebec. He was involved in a lot of things in our area.
Students say they have learned a lot so far from the project.
We start finding more anomalies, which is quite interesting, but it's also quite scary because we're walking in this empty field and we could be standing on one of them and there's no headstones. So it's really interesting, and it's also I'm glad to be part of this.
Lashab says it will take up to 2 years to scan the whole cemetery. The Heritage Society says once all the unmarked graves are found, they want to put some kind of acknowledgement in those areas so that people know someone is buried there. Justin Gick, Newswatch 16, Northumberland County.